In of the week's most anticipated, and better, games of the week, the Rams take on a team they're hoping to play in February, the Baltimore Ravens. Without question, the season has not started well for the Ravens, and the Rams, with all the news reports surrounding Matthew Stafford's health, have been a surprise to many. As we sit in Week 6, with all narratives considered, it's probably safe to say these are still two of the better teams. But as of Week 6, the Ravens' wings seem clipped. They are flying low, rather than high, and showed very little fight on Sunday afternoon, with the Rams winning 17-3. It was not a pretty game. The first half finished 3-3 as the teams exchanged field goals. But the Los Angeles Rams rode a dominant defensive effort and a 14-point third quarter to a 17-3 win over the Baltimore Ravens at M&T Bank Stadium. The victory improved Los Angeles to 4-2, while Baltimore slid to 1-5. While the game was not much of a contest, especially the battle we thought it may be a few weeks ago with Stafford facing off against Jackson, but it did have its moments. In the third quarter, Baltimore's Zay Flowers lost 2 fumbles, one of which the Rams converted almost immediately, with Stafford's touchdown pass to Higbee, turning a 10-3 game into 17-3 and swinging momentum sharply. The Rams overcame some early miscues, including penalties, special teams issues, and a second-quarter injury to wide receiver Puka Nacua, yet held firm. On the time of possession front, available box score sources indicate Baltimore held the ball for approximately 37 minutes and 55 seconds to Los Angeles, 22 minutes and 05 seconds. Total yardage figures for Los Angeles were 241 yards, 167 passing, and 74 rushing, and Baltimore accumulated 296 yards, 117 passing, and 179 rushing. In the quarterback matchup, Stafford led the Rams with a composed outing, completing 17 of 26 passes for 181 yards and a touchdown. The Ravens, meanwhile, were without their superstar starter Lamar Jackson, and turned to backups Cooper Rush and Tyler Huntley. Rush completed 11 of 19 passes for 72 yards with 1 interception, and Huntley completing 10 of 15 passes for 68 yards. This was an important win for the Rams. I get it, every win is important, but you have to win the games that you're expected to. The Rams' victory, despite losing both time of possession and total yardage, comes down to situational football, turnovers, and execution in high-leverage moments. The things that actually decide games more than raw yardage totals. The Rams demonstrated that even when not at their sharpest, they can lean on defense and opportunistic offense to grind out a win. Meanwhile, the Ravens' offense remains unsettled without Jackson and sputtered in converting chances. Baltimore's time of possession edge did not translate into points, and their red zone struggles proved costly. On defense, Rams linebacker Nate Landman recorded a franchise-record 17 tackles and helped set the tone for the road victory. Rams safety Quentin Lake added both an interception and a fumble recovery, providing big play support. Offensively, Kyren Williams' 3-yard rushing touchdown and consistent ground presence were key for Los Angeles. For Baltimore, while star quarterback Jackson was sidelined, running back Derrick Henry still posted strong rushing numbers with 122 yards, but could not translate that into points. Clearly, Baltimore has been one of the league's most disappointing teams thus far, a slide driven less by lack of talent and more by a crushing wave of injuries to key starters on both sides of the ball. The offense has lacked continuity, the defense has been stretched thin, and the team that entered the season with playoff expectations has struggled to find rhythm or identity. But the Ravens are far from dead. If they can simply stay afloat while they get healthy, there is still a legitimate path back into the postseason picture. The state of the AFC North is far from settled. No team has pulled away, and the clubs Baltimore is chasing are inconsistent enough to keep the race wide open. When healthy, Baltimore still features a roster with high-end playmakers, strong coaching, and the kind of defensive core that can stabilize a season quickly. If reinforcements return and the team can string together competent offensive performances, the Ravens absolutely have the talent to climb back into contention and make a legitimate late-season playoff push. In other words, if they survive now, they can thrive later, but the margin for error is disappearing fast.